Hello and welcome to part one of our tips for self-correcting errors for communicative success. I'm Professor Colleen Chapco, and I'm going to guide you through today's 6 mistakes that people commonly make. We're going to look at some vocabulary, grammar, and phrases and superliteral translation errors that people make. One of the first things that I want to comment on is the difference between funny and fun. They are very similar, but very different. So it's incorrect to say I had a funny time, because a time can't really be something that is funny, but you can have a fun time. I had a fun time. So you don't want to say I had a funny time. You want to say I had a fun time. And let's look at some of the reasons why I had a funny time is incorrect. Well, the definition of funny is someone or something that makes you laugh. So, for example, you can say that the comedian is funny, the movie is funny, the joke is funny, but you can't say I had a funny time, because time cannot be funny. So the comedian's funny, I can't stop laughing. And if we look at the definition of fun, something that is fun is anything that is enjoyable. So you can say it was fun to go to Seoul. I had a fun time because that experience was enjoyable and pleasant. Therefore, it was fun. It's also incorrect to say, are you okay? Are you okay to meet at 7 p.m.? What you want to say is it okay to meet at 7 p.m.? Are you okay? It's not grammatically incorrect. It is correct to say, are you okay? But the meaning is very different than, is it okay? So let's have a look at the definition. The reason is because are you okay is used to ask about a person's feelings or health condition due to a bad situation. So for example, asking, are you okay to meet at 7 p.m.? It doesn't really make sense because there isn't the inference of a bad situation. So you need to say a bad situation plus, are you okay? So for example, I didn't see you at work yesterday. Are you okay? When you are asking, are you okay? You're checking in to make sure that that person is okay. So you're asking about how they feel or their health condition because you know they've had a bad situation. Is it okay is used to ask if someone agrees or approves of something. For example, is it okay? And then an action. Is it okay if we have dinner tomorrow night at 6 p.m.? So are you okay is asking if that person is okay due to their bad situation. Is it okay is asking for permission or asking for approval or asking for the person to agree or disagree. It's incorrect to say, I played with my friends. What you want to say is, I hung out with my friends. I like to play with my friends. I like to hang out with my friends. Why is play incorrect? I played with my friends. There is nothing wrong with that sentence. Come to my house and play. There is nothing wrong with that sentence. The problem is because when you use the word play, it's something that children do. So unless you're a child, you wouldn't use the word play. So play is what children do when they spend time together. So for example, the children were playing hide and seek. A child might say, come to my house and play, or let's play. But an adult would say, let's hang out, because hang out is what adults do when they spend time together. So if you're an adult, you want to say, do you want to hang out tonight? It's incorrect to say, I made a promise, or I have a promise. You want to say, I have plans, or I made plans. I made a promise. You can make a promise to do something or make a promise to keep something like a secret. But when you say, I made a promise, it does not mean that you have plans. And that is because when you say the word promise, you are making a pledge. You are pledging, swearing, or vowing to do something. So, for example, I won't tell anyone your secret. I promise. I promise not to tell anyone your secret. So to say, I made a promise, or I have a promise. I have a promise does not mean that you have plans. It simply means that you have made a pledge or a vow to do something. Now, plans, on the other hand, are referring to your intentions to do something in the future. So I can't see you tonight. I have plans. I'm busy. I have plans. You don't want to say, I have a promise. What you want to say is, I have plans. I'm busy. Sorry. In English, there can be 4 different types of plans. One can be a plan to hang out. One can be a plan that involves an appointment. And one can be a plan that involves a meeting. And lastly, a company get-together. The definition of this first plan is to hang out, to spend time with friends. So for example, let's hang out at my house tonight. Let's make plans to hang out. This is the first type of plan that you can have. The second plan is an appointment to visit the doctor, dentist, or hair salon, and not necessarily with friends. I have a hair appointment today. I have a plan, and my plan is to go to my hair appointment today. A meeting, when people get together to talk about work, and also not with friends. This is another type of plan. You can have a plan to meet with your boss. I have a meeting with my boss. I have a plan to meet with my boss. A company get-together is when colleagues meet to drink or eat together. So I'm going to a company get-together. I'll be home late. I have plans to go to a company get-together. None of these have anything to do with making a promise or having a promise. It is incorrect to say this food gives me power, unless you're some kind of superhero or something, or you're a battery, and you're not a battery, you're a person. So you need energy, and this food gives me energy. And the reason you don't want to say this food gives me power is because power is the ability to do something. So I have enough power to do it. I can do it. However, the food can give you energy. Food can give you the strength you need for physical and mental activity. Oh, I'm exhausted. I don't have any energy. This food is going to give me the energy I need to get through the day. I'm in 4th grade. What you want to say is, I'm in 4th year. There's nothing wrong with saying I'm in 4th grade. But the only people who say I'm in 4th grade are 4th graders, children who are in 4th grade, elementary school students. So unless you're an elementary school student, you don't want to say that you're in 4th grade. You'd want to say that you're in 4th year if you are a university student. And that's because the year is considered an academic period for university students. So, for example, I'm a 1st-year university student. I'm a freshman. I'm a 2nd year. I'm a 3rd year. I'm a 4th-year university student. Grade, however, refers to the school years for elementary, high, and middle school students. So he's in 1st grade of elementary school. And note that middle school and high school students do not have 1st and 2nd and 3rd years or grades. In most countries, elementary school goes from grade 1 to grade 8. There's no middle school in a lot of countries. And then high school is from grade 9 to grade 12. So first, when you're in 1st grade, you're in elementary school, and you're only in 1st grade once in your life, when you're a little child. However, when you go to university, that's when you can say that you're in 1st year, 2nd year, 3rd year, or 4th year. Let's have a little review of our common mistakes. We looked at fun versus funny. Are you okay versus is it okay? Hangout versus play. Promise versus plans. Energy versus power. And grade versus year. So before I go on to the review, ask yourself if you can remember the phrases and the corrections that we looked at. What's the difference between fun and funny? And when do you use it? Why do you ask, are you okay, when someone looks distraught or they look upset? And why do you ask, is it okay, when you want to get someone's permission or approval? Who uses hang out? Who uses play? Who says hang out? Who says play? What do adults say? What do children say? You can have a promise to do something. You can have a promise to keep something, but you can't have a promise that pretends to be a plan. Promises are never plans. Plans are plans. And we looked at 4 different types of plans. Can you remember what they were? Energy versus power. Why can't you say, I have energy? All right, this food gives me energy. This food gives me power. You can say, this food gives me energy, but you can't say this food gives me power. Do you remember what the difference is? Grade versus year. Who says grade and who says year? Who would be in first grade? A child or an adult? And who would be in first year? A child or an adult? If you get all these right, I'm going to give you 1 million imaginary dollars. Are you ready? Let's have a look at the review. Funny and fun. You say funny, something is funny because it makes you laugh. And you say, ha ha, the movie was, the joke was funny. Even you can say the movie was funny. It made me laugh. When something is fun, it's enjoyable. And you say, hee hee. Just think of it like that. Funny is haha, and fun is hee hee. It makes you giggle. So the comedian is funny, the joke is funny, the movie is funny. I had fun watching the funny comedian. I had fun watching the funny movie. I had a fun time. But you can't say I had a funny time. Are you okay? It's used to ask about someone in a bad situation. Are you okay? You look sick. Are you okay? Do you need to go to the hospital? But you don't want to ask somebody, are you okay to meet at 7 p.m.? You want to ask, is it okay to do something, to meet at 7 p.m.? You're asking for their approval. You're asking for them to agree with you. You use it to ask about doing something. Is it okay if I borrow your pencil? Play and hang out. Play is what kids do. Play is what kids say. Let's play. Now, if you're an adult or a kid, you can be very specific about what type of play. I like to play sports. I like to play piano. I like to play Monopoly. But adults do not just say, let's play. Only kids say, let's play. Adults say, let's hang out. Let's spend time together. Or let's play baseball. Let's play tennis. A promise is a vow. To make a promise is to make a vow. A plan, however, is an intention to do something. To make plans is to show that you have an intention to do something in the future. So you can promise to keep someone's secret. You can promise to be on time. But a plan is an intention to do something, such as I have plans to meet my friends later. And do you remember the 4 different types of plans? We have hangout, appointment, meeting, company get together. So I have a plan to hang out with my friends, to spend time with my friends. I have a plan. I have an appointment. I have a specific time to go to the doctor, dentist, or hairdresser. I have a plan. I have a meeting. I have set aside a specific time to meet with a boss or a coworker or to conduct business. I have a meeting. I have a company get-together. I have a plan. I have set aside a specific time to have dinner and drinks with coworkers. Power. Power is the ability to do something, whereas energy is the strength you need for physical and mental activity. That's something that food can give you. Food can give you energy, but food can't give you power. Grade and year. We use grade to talk about the school years for elementary, high, and middle school students from grade 1 to grade 12. Year, those are the academic years of study for university students, and they generally go from first year to fourth year. All right, I look forward to seeing you in part 2, and there are more mistakes to come. If you have any questions, please contact me at colleenchapco@gmail.com or send me a message on Kakao Talk.